Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is part 1 of 2. A crime occurred at 3:07 a.m. No one knew what had happened until the next morning, when this man came back to his apartment only to find his front door wide open. He slowly walked inside and called out for his roommate, but there was no answer. His roommate was never one to go anywhere and had definitely not given him permission to come inside. This did not sit right with him, so he decided to do a search. As he was searching, something caught his eye. It was a small notebook lying face down on the table. It was filled with random thoughts and ideas, but there was one entry that stood out. It read, 3:07 a.m. There was someone else in the room. But what did this mean? Was his roommate being stalked, or was something more sinister going on? Determined to find the answers, he began searching for clues, determined to get to the bottom of this mystery. As he was examining the notebook, a loud thud echoed through the empty apartment. Something must have fallen off the shelf. He turned around to see what had happened, and gasped. A vase lay shattered on the floor, and the lights flickered ominously overhead. Fear began to creep up on him, cold and clammy. His heart pounded against his ribs like a drum solo in a horror movie soundtrack. With each beat, his mind raced, trying to make sense of the strange happenings in his apartment. Just then, he heard a noise. It sounded like someone whispering in the next room. He froze, listening intently. But when he turned on the light, he saw that the room was empty. Taking a deep breath, he tried to calm himself down. Maybe it was just his imagination playing tricks on him. But then he noticed something odd. On the wall was a large crack that wasn't there before. And as he examined it further, he realized that it looked like a huge handprint. His blood ran cold. Who could have done this? And more importantly, where was his roommate? Unable to shake off the feeling that something was terribly wrong, he decided to call the police. As the detective began asking questions, he listened intently. They asked him if anyone had been inside the apartment since the incident. But he knew that he was not the first person to enter the apartment after his roommate went missing. His gut told him that whoever had broken into their home had done everything they could to erase any trace of their presence. However, the detective managed to discover one crucial piece of evidence. According to the security footage, nobody had entered the apartment. The question remained, who was there and why had they not left? The detective continued his investigation and discovered another piece of evidence. At exactly 3:07 a.m., the victim's phone had sent a message. But it wasn't sent to anyone on his contact list. The message simply read, "Don't open the door." This cryptic warning raised more questions than answers. What was the victim trying to protect himself from? And why had the intruder decided to erase all records of their visit? As the days passed, the detective grew increasingly frustrated. Despite having questioned everyone in the victim's life, he had hit a dead end. But just when he was about to give up, he remembered the victim's last message. He went back to the apartment and began searching for clues. His eyes scanned the walls, looking for anything out of the ordinary. That's when he saw it. Hidden behind the bookcase was a secret passageway. Could this lead to the answers he had been searching for? With bated breath, he opened the door and stepped inside. The room was dark and dusty, as if it had been used for a long time. And in the center of it all was a single chair facing away from him. As he approached cautiously, he could feel his heart beating faster. What would he find in this hidden room? What secrets did it hold? Slowly, he reached out his hand towards the chair and turned it around, and that's when he saw it. The truth was hidden in plain sight all along. Want to know what he found? Well, then click the link below to watch part 2. But be warned, once you step into this world, there's no turning back. If you think you can handle the truth, then click the link below and let us know your theories in the comments. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this scary story. If you want to hear more stories like this, then stay tuned for more content. If you want to become part of our community, you can also check out our other social media accounts. We look forward to hearing your feedback and seeing you in our next video. Till then, take care and happy Halloween.